Yo, this is my voice. What's up, guys? Let's transition to the stream. Also, let's change this freaking song. Good God. Let's lower the music. What up? Welcome to the at chat live stream. I am so out of freaking practice. The last time I did this was like a month ago. So hey, what's up, everybody? Oh my God, I got a little bit of a raspy throat today, as always. Is this music to my voice ratio good? Do I sound like a podcast wizard? Yo, this is my comment. Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the chat. Oh my God, I'm so pumped. It's been a year. I just realized that like 2 days ago. It's been a year since I started this channel. This month. It's good? Alright, I trust Stuart. He's my main person that I trust on here. Sweet. So welcome. This is a low-effort live stream. I didn't make this background today. It's already in the queue. I just opened up OBS and everything was there. So, boom. I just had to sit down and hang out, and here we are. It's been a while. So, it's crazy. It's only been a year since I started doing this, right? And I'm looking at my feed here. We got 70 people hanging out. I had no idea that I'd ever start doing live stuff with you guys, hanging out, making videos as often as I do. I had, this wasn't part of my plan in life. All I knew is that I loved Star Wars and that I was getting pissed off at bullshit online. And then here I came. Oh yeah, everybody, Girls with Sabers, they're in the house for like 1 second, so everybody say hi and bye. Thanks so much, you guys, for hanging out. Also, you guys need to go watch their latest video on Force Spawns. It's super freaking interesting, and they talk about stuff I've never even thought about. They're super interesting. Very, very amazing channel for deep dives and philosophy stuff. But yeah. Let's see. I was talking about the channel, and yeah, it's been bonkers to me. Let me move my microphone a little bit closer so I can not be being so far away. So basically, you guys know, if you guys were here at the beginning, I was making videos of me exploding people, right? Like I was taking the Death Star, finding channels that were just saying hilariously ridiculous stuff against Lucasfilm, and then just making them explode. And I kind of wish that I didn't delete them off of my computer, because I would love to watch those this month, and just to myself. And actually, I wish I had them so I could put them on my Patreon, which would have been so funny to put up there. It's just like a treat. Ooh, FN 1189. You might need to send me those. Oh my God. Oh, there's no audio? Everybody, can you hear my audio? It sounds like Rural might not be able to hear my audio. Are we good? Are we good, everybody? Alright, well, let's hope for the best. Anyways, I think Jay Sway had a question for me before the stream started. But anyways, the reason I deleted those was I had made a video trying to say, you know what, it's time for me to not make content that is attacky, right? Because at the end of the day, if I realize if this wants to become something real and something good that people can enjoy, in my head, those videos were a little too aggressive for me to not look back on them and worry. Like, if I'm going to become a good YouTuber out there, obviously I make my Bantha Puda stuff, but specifically going after individuals in that way, not really my thing anymore. So that's pretty much it. I just try to keep it as even-keeled in that regard. So no and no. I mean, I'll tell you what who the videos were. It was what I was gonna say is like it was like Geeks and Gamers, because I used to be subbed to him way back in the day. I was subbed to him. It was a normal channel to me that I watched and he didn't get a lot of views or anything, and then it just went off the rails, and I was like, what happened to this dude? So I had to make the video. And now, you know, he's a huge YouTuber now, which is insane to me, but I was there at 2,000 subs, which is weird to say because I really just don't like what that guy does. So I made him explode in the freaking thing. And then the other one was The Amazing Lucas. And then the other one was John Talks Star Wars. And then it was Mindless Entertainment. And they were all hilarious to me. I thought they were works of art. They were like a minute long, and they ended with like a really hilarious. Oh, bro, I'm not even worried about it. He can do whatever the hell he wants and say whatever he wants. I don't care what a sub count says or a like ratio tells me. I know what that guy's about. So I mean, I've talked to that dude in DMs before, so he's not who that character is on the screen. But yo, what's up, Yova? Welcome to the chat in the ridiculous otaku. Hopefully I said that right. But yeah, so it's been a year, and what's crazy is I didn't realize that I would end up doing like video essay stuff, which it seems like a lot of you guys really like, which is awesome because I had such a blast making that solo video last week, and I hope you guys watched that. I'm not sure. It got pretty good views and a lot of comments. A lot of people seemed pretty pumped for like Solo 2, and I gotta be honest, I really, really hope that something happens because of all of these tweets about Solo 2, because Star Wars News Network, as you know, started that stuff with the t-shirts, and I always wanted to see what the hell happens next, and I couldn't believe that it got canceled, that the sequel and the next one got canceled. Yeah, I know, Jay, it's okay. I respect you, buddy. Not every bit of Star Wars content is gonna like make it for everybody, you know what I mean? Like, it's actually something I'm a little bit worried about for Tross, and this is the feeling I always get before a Star Wars movie comes out. Like, what if I don't like the next one? Because it's a reality. It could happen. Oh, thanks so much, Jay. Yeah, so it's 1 year. Well, fun fact, guys, I consumed a death stick tonight, so maybe that's why I'm feeling a little bit rambunctious. Yo, what's up? Is this Emrys or this is Emrys now? I think hanging out. What up, everybody? So, yeah, I'm a bold one. Yeah, I'm super hyped for The Rise of Skywalker, but there's always that thing I think in a lot of fans' minds, like, what if I'm a little bummed out by this? And like I've said before in my Last Jedi reviews, that when I first saw The Last Jedi, I didn't exactly know how to feel at the end of that first viewing. I was like, oh man, what? I was I don't know, I was you know, confused, and I had to re-experience it. And then everything clicked, you know, it made sense to me. And I wasn't also super tired at like 3 a.m. So that could happen again. But anyway, you know, just from seeing all those images that they've leaked for The Rise of Skywalker and all that stuff, the Knights of Ren, the tie-in with the freaking axe, the Solo, it's crazy. Like, I'm really gonna be probably riding that anxiety fan train all the way till I see it. But yeah, what are the orders? I don't have any orders yet. If the stream crashes, though, I did say on Twitter that everybody has to take a shot of whiskey. So if you don't have a shot of whiskey, just have a sip of I don't know. Have a sip of orange soda. Ultimate Ray, honestly, I'm probably with you at that point. I'm probably at about 50. I've seen it so much for so many different reasons. Also, I watch the Star Wars movies a lot because I'm always writing a new script, and I don't know what it is. It's almost like if you're underage, that's why I said orange soda, man. I don't want to encourage underage drinking. You know, just get hydrated, have some agua. But what I was gonna say is, yeah, like I just find myself really watching these a lot now. Oh, dude, rural. I really wish I had some rye whiskey. And even watching like gameplay and just like trying to always sort of never not be immersed in the world a little bit, because I like being able to always be like, oh, you know what, that could be an interesting like idea for a video. Hey, what's up, Abigail? Everybody say hi, Abigail. Welcome to the stream. Popping in. We got 27 people watching. Yeah, so Elijah, I haven't seen the gameplay yet. I follow Hello Greedo on Twitter, and I saw that he was asking people for questions for the gameplay. So I wonder if they already released it. I haven't seen it. And I was at work all day, and then I had this like super bad pain going on today at work, and I was like, I'm gonna go to the hospital. And I ended up having like some sort of stomach issue, and now I have to take some Cipro, and that's it. I don't know. I'm turning into a real dad by getting sick. And Stuart asked how my kid was earlier. My kid's doing awesome. He's really hilarious. That's all I can say. He just learned how to say the word pee, and then he laughs. He'll go pee, and then just like laugh himself to sleep. It's hilarious. Yeah. So many people there at EA Gameplay. I think what Eckhart's Ladder's there, and then Molly and Alex are there. Hello Greedo's there. I saw Elliot, and I think that was it. Those are the people I pretty much follow for information. Yeah, Jay, I got another kid on the way in September, a little lady. Oh, I love EC Henry. He's such a cool dude. I don't know if he's there. I've actually never talked to him before, but that dude is like a little genius. I don't know how old he is. He has the voice of a legend. His voice is so deep and bassy. Every time I listen to his stuff, I'm like, how do I achieve that voice? It's so authoritative. He's like, I'm gonna talk to you about Star Trek, and it's like intense, and like you feel like he's kind of screaming at you, but it's really good. The Ultimate Ray, that's a great opinion. Yeah, dude, Elijah Neal, it was so hard not talking about the Battle of the Dreadnoughts, because I got to see that stuff, because me and Eckhart are, I've done some videos for him, helping him out and stuff, and like he's a really funny dude to talk to. Like we DM each other every now and then. Really funny, helpful guy. Helped me figure out stuff with YouTube too. You know, he's a guy of information, and he's you know, real healthy attitude towards life. And he also doesn't really like The Last Jedi, and he's like just a regular dude, and perfect example of a guy that doesn't like what happened in TLJ but maintains a positive attitude. It's awesome. Like, I wish everybody was kind of like him. At least in the anti-TLJ side. So, so I can tell you guys what my daughter's name's gonna be. Gonna be Quinn. Quinn E. Not just Quinn. So here's what I'll say about TFA and TLJ. It's so hard for me to put them on like which one do I like more. So I'm like, TFA I like for its energy. I love it for its throwback vibe. I love that it introduced a villain that wouldn't just be the same exact villain that we've seen for the last 6 films. Something completely different. And I love that it brought us back to like this sense of realism. And like it was just so tight, and it never stopped being entertaining. There was nothing like I don't know what the word is. Nothing to me made me wince. So let's transition to TLJ. That happened in TLJ, the wincing, but also happened in Solo. Okay? But what TLJ did way better than The Force Awakens is basically really bring the fantasy shit hard. It was so good in that regard. And on top of that, it's like straight up one of the most like tightest stories out of a Star Wars film I've ever seen, I guess. And not tight in the JJ pacing regard. Just like it's all finely tuned to a razor sharp point. If you really look at it, like even the parts that you hate, like I'm not really a big fan of Canto Bight, and I also had a hard time dealing with Hux being on that telephone call when I first saw the movie. I was like, what is that? It's weird to me. But the rest of it I loved, like Kylo, Luke, Rey. I didn't mind Haldo. There's no issues with me there. She was just the other Akbar in my head, right? Just another authoritative figure to teach another person what it means to be a leader, right? She was like a catalyst to post-growth. So there are things in The Last Jedi that were just so much more interesting. But overall, I feel like The Force Awakens is a ride, and the other one's like a freaking philosophy lesson. I guess that's sort of how I'm looking at it. A philosophy lesson that's like filmed in the most beautiful way I've ever seen for a Star Wars movie. It might be hands down the best shot Star Wars movie ever created. And I know like have been riffing on Solo, but you know, I just feel like Solo's something else. That movie is just in its own little ball game. Let me look at the chat. Let's see what people are saying. Stuart says, legit criticism, only two major problems I have with the sequel trilogy is the lack of backstory and the no new planet biomes, environment, and locations. Yeah, you know, I have to agree. I think there's a little bit too much of a lean on, what's it called? A little bit too much of a lean on the books, right? So I hope that the Rise of Skywalker is a big movie, like the editor is saying. He's saying it's a big movie, right? To me, that screams 3 hours long. So, oh, nice, Noah. Thanks for reminding me. Hey, you asked me, so let me read this out. Hey, you asked me to ask you when the live stream started, what are your views on Return of the Jedi? It's my favorite movie, and I wanted to know your opinion. Thanks, Noah. So, no bullshit. That is my number one Star Wars movie. And I know that's like a very unpopular opinion for the original trilogy. And I think part of it is that I saw it first. But the reason I love it is because even when I watch it now, it just has everything I kind of want to have in a Star Wars movie. It has a stoic Jedi teetering on the edge of darkness. It has the most insane space battle. And the only other one I could say was probably as amazing as that space battle so far is Rogue One. The duel between Darth Vader and Luke still makes me sort of like verklempt. You know that word? And yeah, Yova, make Solo 2 happen. We're gonna make it happen. Oh, and the other thing too is like I love the speeder bike chase on Endor. It's one of the most exciting things I have ever watched, ever at all. That is the coolest shit ever, and I'm saving up right now. So since I just got a new job, I just bought a couple Black Series toys again because I have 1 billion to my right. So why not add more? But I'm also saving for a couple really nice props. I want to get one of those like Artifacts speeder bikes. So like it's the guy kind of on the side, and it'd be freaking awesome just to have that like on the top of my desk. Because what I got to my left, I got Leonardo, like a nice 14-inch statue of Leonardo from the 1990s movie. To my right, I got Michelangelo from the same thing, the NECA Turtle 14-inch from the 1990s movie. And then after that is like 100 Black Series toys. And then to the right is my favorite Black Series toys on a couple of shelves with the boxes next to them. And I got my skateboard. Then in front of me, I got E.T. the Extraterrestrial, this little tiny guy. And then next to him, and E.T. the Extraterrestrial has a gun in his hand. I accidentally melted one of my Black Series toys by accident. I think it was, when was it? Hey, look. Oh, was it? Yeah, it was Boba Fett. So I put Boba Fett's gun in E.T.'s hand. So it's hilarious. And next to him is K2SO. So That's it. So let's go back in the chat here. I'm freelance. Oh, actually, so I'm not freelancing now. I got hired. I am hired and wired. I am making video edits. I just cut the company's reel. It's gonna be dope. Yeah, it's cool. It's a production house. It's small and quaint, just like I like. Making good stuff. What's up, Blonde Taperware? Welcome to the stream. What's up, Star Wars Banter? Welcome. So somebody earlier brought up the, little beef going on, the Maza and Browder. And here's what I think. It's very simple. It's very simple to be not an asshole. And hopefully YouTube doesn't flag me because I just said that, but whatever. Jay Sway, yeah, I definitely will be. So this is going to become a regular occurrence again. So the last month I just kind of getting my gears back in order because we have to prep for another baby and all that stuff. So it's been getting a little crazy, and it might get a little crazy in September too. So either way, I'm not going anywhere, but things will ebb and flow because of the babies. So it is what it is. But that's life. It's busy. But anyways, my thing is, I think, all right, so good point here. So is it a joke? I think in those guys' heads it's a joke. I think they think it's a joke. But the issue is the rest, people like me, I think that's going over a line, especially on a platform that has influence. And I think it very clearly breached the terms of agreement with YouTube in terms of targeted hate speech. Because you can't, if you did it once, but if he did it once, I think it would have been a whatever. Who cares? But I think the issue is it happened repeatedly over and over again, specifically towards one individual. And that qualifies as targeted harassment under the guidelines of YouTube. And we all know this stuff that make videos on YouTube. I've read everything that I've had to read. Well, that was until they, he officially, I guess they said, but either way, he really did breach their terms. YouTube just, unfortunately, it's weird. YouTube will flag things that are less egregious than that and say it's harassment. Oh yeah, I think he's a funny dude. I just don't think that is a funny thing that was going on, and I think he got a wake-up call. So I'm kind of glad it happened. I think people need to watch what they say in a certain way, and I don't know. You won't see me talking like that, and there's a reason. So yeah, I'll roast people that way. Exactly, Stuart. I do what I call Fisher-Price dissing. People need to figure out how to do Fisher-Price dissing so that YouTube doesn't become into a pissing contest. Because I feel like not only has this beef between the two of these guys created their own pissing contest, now there's another wider pissing contest going on YouTube between everybody. And it's turning into drama tube, and it's just ugh. Anyways, that's all I want to talk about with that stuff. Elijah Neal, I would love if Kenobi got a TV show. I feel like it would be a movie TV show. Who's the worst Star Wars commenter? Tags? I have no idea. Oh, well, what he was specifically saying in the videos I was watching with this guy is he was just calling him a lispy queer, and that's not okay. That's border. That's over the line, in my head. In the way I look at the world, that's a road too far. No, I mean, I don't even watch those people's content anymore. It honestly, I use that thing. What's it called? He called him, or he called himself that before. No, interesting. Well, I don't know. Either way, YouTube's gonna YouTube and create drama, and it's gotta sort itself out no matter what. It's gotta clearly define for everybody on YouTube what the official terms of use are. Because in some ways, I guess you can get around anything on YouTube, because I've seen things that are straight up crazy, but I'm surprised they're still on YouTube. I don't know. I mean, there's some things that are even Vice. I'm like, I can't believe this is on YouTube. And like, you know, I don't know. But here I am making Star Wars movie videos and talking about puppets and toys. You know, I'm just trying to bring out the children and everybody. Bring out that inner kid so we can all have fun instead of being mad at movies. That's the thing that's kind of weird now, right? Is like, if you guys probably follow a lot of the people I follow on Twitter, it just seems like everybody but us is pissed at the world, maybe. I feel like the rest of us are just having a good time enjoying movies. Or like, if we don't enjoy them, we don't like feel compelled to really put too much mental effort into not liking it. So, I mean, I feel like I've had a talk about like Ghostbusters before, saying like I really don't like, what's it called? I don't know, I lost my train of thought. Anyways. Yeah, I think sometimes we can all be rational. I'm definitely irrational sometimes. Like, if I get really mad, I'll be like, what the fuck? And like, kind of like, whatever. You know, we all have our moments of losing it a little bit. Oh, damn, Alex, it's 1 a.m. there. Well, thanks so much for hanging out, man. Everybody say, may the force be with you to Alex, and have a good night, dude. Good question, Matt Rogan. You know what? I need to, so I have like this whole little download thing that I have of like a lot of the old school Starlog things, and those were where a lot of what's it called? That's where a lot of those information bits are about, like who didn't like it, who reviewed it this way and that way. I'd have to take a look at it, but I believe Hello Greedo has a really good video on the hate from the OT, especially I think one around Return of the Jedi. I think there was a lot of backlash on that. But I think he has a video on that exact question. Yeah, exactly, Rural. The old Starlog. Oh, those are on archive.org. Nice. Yeah, I just have like a folder of them. They're super awesome to go through. Let's see. Actually, let me go through my little arsenal here. I'll tell you what I got. I have a Star Wars content folder to keep myself organized when I'm making videos. So let's see. I have a to sort folder. My solo edits right there. So these are CBRs. So let's see what I got. A guide to the Star Wars universe. And then I got the notebook from The Empire Strikes Back, which is going to be a really awesome read once I start it. Oh, FN 1189. I'll have to check that out. I love Chris Stuckman. I don't know why. I saw somebody like making fun of him the other day, saying like he's not critical enough. I don't get people wanting creators to get more critical, like in like the commenters like be like me and be as critical as I am. In comments that like he didn't think the way that this commenter thought. It's like so weird. And I also I'm subbed to Loverboy Media, and I love that dude's reviews. I think he's pretty thorough and honest. He also has breaking banter, and the comments that guy gets just for putting out his opinions are insane to me. Really smart dude. But yeah, what do I got in here? I got like pretty much every book that's ever come out. That's like a behind the scenes Star Wars book, Aliens of the Galaxy, all that stuff. Really good stuff. Oh, Icy Bubba, what kind of content do I make at work? So Basically, just like commercials that you see on TV. I could now tell you about like my old job. I made every Wayfair commercial you probably ever saw for the last 3 years. Were they good? Probably not, but they tried, and I tried to do what I could. I wasn't working with much, but yeah, basically like what I do professionally is I do video editing and audio mixing for broadcast. I do color correction. FN 1189. Just type in like Wayfair 2019 commercial. I don't know if I know what the Vox ad apocalypse is. Unless that's the whole Crowder thing where he got deplatformed. Or not deplatformed, demonetized. Oh, dude. Boxhead Gaming, yes. I keep thinking that Keanu Reeves needs to be repping as well. And yeah, Arachnido Comics. Exactly. You're not being honest enough. It's like, I really love Solo, right? And nobody's gonna convince me that if I'm nice about Solo, that I need to be meaner about it. Like, that's basically what they're asking. Why can't you give a more meaner opinion? Well, maybe because he doesn't have one in that way, and like, just because he didn't like it, it's okay. Like, just listen to what, I don't know. It's, the comment section is also turned into wars. And I'm sure if you guys follow me on Twitter, you saw the, that hilarious comment I got from that lady that was accusing me of stalking her. It was amazing. The Ultimate Ray says, how would you rank the new Star Wars movies? I would rank them TFA 1010, TLJ 1010, Rogue One 1010, Solo 410. I would do... Oh, that's tough. I would probably have Rogue One at the bottom of my list, but I wouldn't give it a 4 out of 10. I'd probably give it like a 7 out of 10. I'd give... But the hard thing with giving it like numbers too is like people attach a whole lot of weight to a number. So I guess I'd be like Rogue One at the bottom, but I really like Rogue One a lot. And then after that would be Solo. Then after that would be TFA. Then after that would be TLJ. TLJ at the top. Just because TLJ finally gave me, or gave us, like in my sensibilities, it gave us a way to have new Star Wars. It finally did it. We've been waiting for new Star Wars, and that movie did it. And it fucking kicked ass. I don't care what anybody says. People can call it woke SJW nonsense. People can say it was a conspiracy. People can say it doesn't exist. I have no idea. Whatever they want to say, they can believe. But in my universe that I exist in, where the only thing that matters is my appreciation for a movie, it's fucking awesome. So, that is my TED Talk. Bye, everybody. Stream's over. Just kidding. Yeah, you know what? I put on Rogue One a few nights ago because I really just wanted to see the scene between Jyn and her father. That scene breaks my goddamn heart. And I also really want to kind of write a script called Rogue One and Melancholy. Because for some reason, that movie is so melancholy. And I fucking love it. I think it's so cool. And it has to do with the way it's filmed, the scale of the people against things. Oh, it's so good. Yeah, Icy Bubba. Wait, that's the 3D one, Icy Bubba? I have a hilarious story about the one that you're watching right now. Ready? Okay. 2 years ago, or 3 years ago, I started at Wayfair. And they had a really great concept for a commercial. The commercial was that thing that you're watching right now. You can drop it in the chat if you want. You guys can watch it. I'm not going to search for it. And basically it was learn 3D in 2 months or 3 months and make this ad and figure it out. Because unfortunately, great group of dudes that just didn't know what they were doing. And neither did I. I didn't know how to do that shit. And cool concept. So basically that is my attempt at using a program called Element 3D in After Effects. I made pretty much everything that you saw there in After Effects, and then I had to like learn how to do really advanced green screen techniques to get that guy separated from the green backgrounds that he was filmed on. But definitely learned a lot. But oh my god, it was just such a weird commercial to make. Oh yeah, it's an online furniture company, Rural. It's like, I don't know. Like stale, it's like the stale chips of furniture. Raylo. Yes. Let's talk about some Raylo, guys. I know some people are going to throw up when I say that. And I know that I have a different interpretation of what Raylo is from a lot of other people. I just think it's the Bond. But it's really interesting to me. I don't know who's watched my art of the art of the Tross thing, whatever, the Tross cover. And I love where JJ visually is going with the connection. And like I said earlier, go watch Girls with Sabers videos on the Force Bonds, because it's freaking awesome. Jay threw up. I will clean it up. I have the little wood chips from 3rd grade. Okay. Guys, I don't think they're going to have an overly romantic thing in this movie. That's just my opinion. But I just feel like... Oh, nice. Stuart, did you find it? Anyways, yeah. So I love the imagery, right? The reflection, because it's an on-the-nose reflection that they are reflections of each other, which is ridiculously meta. And then the fact that Girls with Sabers was talking about this today in their video, with like how those force connections show such interesting visual symmetry in different ways, with like waves crashing on one in the other person's world, but in Kylo's world it sparks in that same area. Like, so many crazy parallels. And just to know that JJ Abrams is gonna take that and just go like, let's inject juice into this and go bonkers. Like, I just can't wait to see what he's gonna do. And truth be told, guys, I fell off the wagon and I watched a Mike Zero video recently. I just felt like it. I don't know. Hopefully you don't unsub. I'm just kidding. I just happened to watch it. I had YouTube on. There it was. I wanted to listen. And there he was talking about Raylo. So I just had to like be like, all right. People are accepting it. And what was interesting is he brought up Beauty and the Beast. So people are starting to notice the stuff a lot of us have noticed about this trilogy. And I don't want to give too much away about what I think, because I have a video coming out. I finished the script about Ben Solo's redemption. This is going to be the part 2. But it's not going to exactly be like such a philosophical part 2. It's going to be kind of just a fun vibe like Solo was, but let's talk about sort of where I think it's going to go. And yeah, I just feel like I slammed the door. Wait, hold on. I gotta read the Girls with Sabers comment. I slammed the door in a guy's face before, and we made up. That's a relationship. Yeah, that's true. They did touch hands, and there was that sound effect that was like when they do it. So maybe she's pregnant, guys. Maybe that's how it happens in Star Wars. Who knows? We don't know anything. We just found out the other day with Pablo Hidalgo's little Twitter thing that apparently in 3 days you can have a baby. So who knows? We don't know anything, guys. Star Wars is a whole new thing to me after that Pablo Hidalgo. So who knows? I know. I'm sorry, guys. But yeah, Ben, he's coming back. I called him Ben Sweaty in my script. Is that cool, guys? Are you cool if I call him Ben Sweaty? Because he's so sweaty in DLJ. Boxerhead Gaming. Have I seen any movies with Donnie Yen besides Rogue One? No, I haven't. But I did watch like this like weird suggested cut down of a bunch of shit that he was in, and this was before I saw Rogue One, because Ben Sweaty all the way. I just think it's so funny. and sweaty. It just sounds like a really like gross jock guy at like a boxing gym. I like Swallow too. But yeah, he like just was so intriguing to me when I first saw the trailer before I saw the movie. I was like, dude, what is this dude? Because I knew it wasn't a Jedi, but he was just flipping around his staff, and he had this royal getup. He looked just looked like he was Star Wars. He was Star Wars in that little scene in the trailer, and it just made me just need to go watch. Like I just typed in Donnie Yen, and I just fucking watched this thing of him just kicking people's asses, and I was like, yep, this is gonna be freaking great. Like I cannot wait to see this movie. I'm still a little bummed out at the way they reshot some of this stuff compared to that first trailer that we saw. But either way, overall, I liked it. I really, really liked it a lot. Oh, and one other thing I was going to say is probably the most stormtroopers I have bought out of the Black Series have to do or have come from Rogue One, because that is the only Star Wars movie that has introduced that many stormtrooper variants, period, which is freaking awesome. Blind guy. Yeah, cheer it. I don't have a Black Series of him because the Black Series that came out of him looks like ass. So I'm probably gonna wait a while until they do like a nice NECA version of him or something. I would love to get him and Baze together in my little collection here. Oh, IP Man, I've heard of that. All right, I'll check that out. Thanks, Boxerhead or Boxhead Gaming. Oh, I think I've already said those things in the chat. It's sort of up to the chat if they want me to reiterate the things I have said that I do know. At this point, it like, doesn't even matter because they're releasing marketing materials next month. All right, interesting question from Icy Bubba. What do I think of the rumor that Brie Larson is going to play Ahsoka? Very timely question because I recently watched Captain Marvel finally, and I was pleasantly surprised that it wasn't as bad as the internet told me it would be. Do I think it's the best MCU film? Absolutely not. But I think it is like, if there's like a third, or I mean, I'm sorry, if there's like a tier, I guess, it's like somewhere in the middle, you know? I liked it a little more than like Ant-Man 2. I liked it a lot more than the first Avengers movie. There were a couple things that I didn't like in it that had nothing to do with Brie Larson per se, but more pacing things. But it felt like a Marvel movie. I don't know. Yeah, it's better than everything's better than Ghostbusters 2016, except for Geely. Geely's not better than Ghostbusters 2016. Sorry for people that are fans of Ghostbusters. I didn't mean to hot take there. But, you know. To me, too, like, the freaking camera work in Captain Marvel was pretty good. The thing I think that was a little weak was the choreography of the fighting. And it wasn't that it looked bad, it was that it was a little slow. But maybe that's just, like, realistic because I'm so used to how fast fights can be in the MCU. Like, I don't know if you guys noticed this, but I noticed this whenever they use it, like the Russo brothers, or no, it wasn't the Russo brothers, I think. Who directed Civil War? Was that the Russo brothers? Yeah. They sped up the fight. They used like a speed ramp on the fight to make the punches look a lot more fast. And I was like, ugh, it looks kind of like, it looks like somebody added an effect to it instead of just looking natural. But just a nitpick. But yeah, I thought it was cool. No issues with the movie. It's not the worst thing in the world. I listened to some of the things she said, and it's not even... I don't know. People want to get mad. I'll put it that way. I love this song, by the way, that's playing. I don't know how loud or quiet it is for you guys, but it's super uplifting. Interesting question. Gabriel asks, what do you think of Disney's strategy spacing out Star Wars movies with James Cameron's Avatar sequels? Do you think it's a good idea? Well, interesting. I saw Avatar 5 times in theaters. No, I don't think it's a great script, but holy goddamn shit did that movie blow my visual cortex into smithereens. As a dude who's obsessed with the art of filmmaking, I'm obsessed with Avatar in that sense. So knowing that movie made so much money and somehow... Oh, sorry, Icy Bubba. Hold on, let me finish Icy Bubba's question, and then Gabriel, I'll finish yours. What do I think about Brie in that? I think it's gonna be perfectly fine. I think Brie Larson will be fine as Ahsoka. Ahsoka's kind of stoic. That's what her character is now, and that's kind of how Brie Larson portrayed Captain Marvel. And it all comes down to the script and the director, right? Like a lot of talented people can be these Star Wars characters. Oh wow, Endgame's gonna take over Avatar. Take it easy, Matt. May the force be with you, dude. Everybody say bye, Matt. Thanks for hanging out, man. If Brie Larson was Ahsoka, I guarantee the internet would probably explode. But either way, I think it's a non-issue. But anyways, yeah, Avatar. Avatar is a movie that you would have had to see in theaters, I think, to feel like wanting to watch it again later in life, because it really isn't a profound film, but the way it was made is profound. Like that entire world, I don't know what the fuck it's called. That entire world is CG. And to me, it still holds up to me. The visual CGI in that movie, like the molars and those weird alien like goats that are running around, and deer, like those, like the planet itself is a freaking marvel of the eyes to me. Story is just Fern Gully, and Dances with Wolves. It's a recycled story, and that's probably because he wrote that, in the 80s or something? And he just never had a way to make it. So it's an old school... Oh, wow, it's only 60,000 away? Holy crap. That's amazing. I bet, I wonder if James Cameron will come out with another one of his memes where, like, it showed Endgame taking over Titanic. I thought that was funny. Yeah, I wonder what's gonna happen if that does happen with Brie, though, because I mean, I haven't heard anything about the Ahsoka stuff, to be honest. But I have no issues with Brie Larson being Ahsoka. Zero issues. If I had to choose somebody that I'd want to be Ahsoka because they deserve a longer shot in Star Wars, give it to Thandie Newton. Give her a fucking series being Ahsoka, being a badass. I'd be pretty pumped on that. Girls with Sabers is out. May the force be with you guys. Everybody say peace, love, and Raylo. May the force be with you to Girls with Sabers. And go watch their video. Their latest video kicks ass. Oh, dude, I am extremely excited for Dune. I keep getting like freaked out because I'm like, man, there's so many things I want to talk about in this channel now. Oh, and by the way, guys, I'm probably going to be signing off at 8:30. So this will be like the last 10 minutes of hanging out with y'all. Just letting you know. And again, I just want to say, guys, thanks so much for the support the last year. It's been amazing. Can't believe I'm at whatever I am at now, like 1,800 subs. People that I remember from way back are still here. And it's awesome. So, yeah, Dune. I really do love the 80s movie, although I do think that it's like way different than the book. It's just the sequence of events are sort of all over the place, but it's a fun movie. Oh, I just got a super chat from FN1189. Let me read that 1 second just so I can finish this one question from Gabriel. But thanks so much for the support, dude. It means so much. But Gabriel, I think it's gonna be amazing. The young actor in that was fantastic in Beautiful Boy. Can't remember his name right now. Gut-wrenching film. Everybody should watch it. It's on Amazon Prime if you can watch it on there. I'm not sure where you are if you have Amazon Prime, but fantastic movie, Beautiful Boy, about drug addiction. He's also in Interstellar, by the way, too. He's great. He's a great actor, and I love Blade Runner 2049. So this guy directing it, I think he's gonna freaking knock it out of the park. I think it's gonna be such a home run that the world's not ready for it. And maybe I'm overhyping myself, and maybe I'll disappoint myself here. But anyways, let me read FN1189's thing here. And thanks so much for the super chat, dude. That means so much. And for me being rusty on my first stream back, it makes me feel good. Is anyone excited for Onward? I haven't seen the trailer yet, seeing it with Toy Story 4, but I must say I am over the moon ecstatic about a new Pixar film. So I actually just watched this yesterday because I accidentally found this super like high energy YouTuber that was doing all these funny reviews on the Pixar theory. I can't remember his name right now. He's a really clever young editor kid. But he was talking about Onward, and I was like, oh, let me check this thing out. And I have to say, it looks like a pretty awesome Pixar movie. But it is doing like that 80s vibe thing in the Pixar movie vibe thing. It's interesting. But it looks really, really cool. But unfortunately, apparently it's broken the Pixar theory. So yeah, dude, I think it's gonna be that's gonna be a movie I definitely will have to see in theaters. Most of the time I do my best to see Pixar films in theaters. I saw Inside Out in theaters, thought it was fantastic. What else we got in here? Who else is talking? Oh, blonde. No, yeah. So I'm Eastern Standard Time in the U.S. Well, wherever you are. So it's 5:19 where you are. So you're in L.A. or West Coast. Hope you're a surfer. Yeah, the Dune thing is. I mean, if it is the Star Wars for adults, whatever the hell that even means, I'm okay. Like whatever. Give me more space shit. I'm into it. I love that entire world. And what's interesting is that it's our world 10,000 years from now. So it's fucking cool. Yeah, dude, Stuart, Inside Out is used in like therapy sessions now with kids. That's how fucking good that movie is and how well explained dealing with your emotions can be to kids. Like how to help them understand for like little kids. So maybe when my dude starts having a temper tantrum, I'll be like, honey, put on that movie. Let's teach him how to control his emotions a little bit better and know that it's okay to be angry and to express yourself. And don't hold it in. All that nonsense that, you know, not enough people figure out until they're a lot older. All right, Stuart, thanks so much for hanging out, man. Everybody say bye, Stuart. May the force be with you. So let's see. What am I a fan of besides Star Wars? I'll always like go down like movies that I feel like have defined my creativity and the reason why I like to do stuff. And I'll start with what I can remember from the earliest on till now. E.T. the Extraterrestrial. So I'm not gonna necessarily do franchises, but I'll add some franchises in there. E.T. the Extraterrestrial. The first Ninja Turtles movie is freaking amazing. I'm just looking around my room here. Close Encounters of the Third Kind. I saw that when I was like 5. Blew my mind and scared the shit out of me. Never Ending Story. Yova, thanks so much for hanging out, dude. Everybody say, may the force be with you, Yova. Good night, dude. And love Indiana Jones. Apparently I like the worst Indiana Jones film the most, which is freaking Temple of Doom. I love Temple of Doom. And let's see what else. what else was the defining? You know, obviously Star Wars, but everybody knows that. Oh, Dark Crystal is a huge, important movie in my life. Dark Crystal. Very, very good movie to me. Super good. What else? Oh, you know what movie I really like that I used to be obsessed with? Return to Oz. I don't know if anybody's ever seen The Return to Oz. It's supposedly the real sequel to The Wizard of Oz, and it's so fucked up and weird and creepy, and I love it. And it made me not sleep for like a year. Oh, love Lord of the Rings. I didn't know what I was getting into when I went to go see those movies, and yeah, Ultimate Ray, I guess, you know what? Let me do this real quick. I think if I do this, then you can post the link. Oh, wait. You know what? Let me make a few new moderators here. Add moderator. I'm making some moderators, y'all. I think eventually those should pop up. Oh, I'm sorry, sequel. It's a sequel to The Wizard of Oz. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see that. You guys are talking about a different movie. I need to check. I never even heard of that. What? I can't believe it. Oh. And then, I mean, obviously, I would say I was late to the game at the MCU. I didn't really start getting into it until, like... Let's see. I mean, I always loved Iron Man. The first Iron Man blew my goddamn mind. And then that was about it. And then I feel like once I saw Captain America Civil War, I got heavily into it all again. I don't know where that fell. I don't know if that's even just like right in the right amount of, I don't know. It just, and then once I saw what's it called, like Thor Ragnarok and fucking the first Guardians and oh cool, thanks the Ultimate Ray. Let me check this out. I'll pull this up here and check this out in a second. Restore chat. Where did my chat go? Oh well, looks like I look at my chat up here. There it is. Yeah, and you guys got it for becoming a moderator. You deserve it. And wait, Icy Bubba, you're gonna become a moderator too. Yeah, I'm trying to think of what else. Like, oh, Interstellar like changed my life. That movie that's like blew me away. I love anything that Nolan has made. Oh, and by the way, for those that do like the Dark Crystal, I'm going to be reviewing every freaking Dark Crystal episode that comes out from that series. It's gonna be so good. I cannot wait to see it. But anyways, yeah. Overall, like, I like a lot of science fiction, sci-fi, fantasy, a lot of that old school high fantasy stuff from the 80s. That's like a lot of the things that I love. And then in terms of like, you know, real drama, I kind of tend to love things like from like Terrence Malick and you know, some of the more melancholic films of the world. And yeah, maybe I'll try to think about maybe for the next stream we'll have like a comedy stream. We'll talk about like my favorite funny movies. And I have to say at the top of that list would be Dumb and Dumber. But anyways, yeah, it's been a long time. A whole year me figuring out how to fucking YouTube. I think I finally figured it out like last week when I finished that video for Solo. Oh. Everybody's talking so fast. There we go. Another moderator. So anyways, guys, this was my first stream in a month. I feel like it did great. And yes, Gabriel, I fucking love Arrival. Arrival is fantastic. Arrival made me feel sad and happy at the same time, which is almost the point of the entire movie. to make you feel an emotion at the same time you didn't think you could feel at the same time, because time is a circle. Yeah, the same DP from Arrival shot Solo. That's why it looks so good. But yeah, thanks everybody for hanging out. Everybody, Elijah, Ultimate Ray, Stuart. I don't know if he's still here. Gabriel, Carter, Boxhead. Girls with Sabers was here earlier. I see Bubba. Did I say Elijah? I might have. Arachnido. Who else is in here? JX Editor. Yo, I didn't even see that you're up there earlier. What's up, man? FN1189. Thanks so much for the super chat and channel support. It really means a lot. And TK, Yova pieced out a little earlier. Thanks so much, guys, for hanging out. And I believe we will be getting back to our regularly scheduled programming on Sundays. Not this Sunday, because I will be doing some hanging out with Mr. JX Editor. We're going to be doing a little thing, because he made a little thing, and we're going to talk about it. But other than that, this is the AT-AT chat. I got a video coming out where I'm going to be talking about Ben Solo's Redemption and my final thoughts on it. Oh yeah, and then the next live streams, they will always be on Sundays. I'm going to try to add in a weekly live stream too, kind of like this, where I just come down at 7:30 and hang out with you guys. So not this Sunday, but next Sunday at 4 p.m. will be a live stream. But you will get a notification on Twitter if you follow me on Twitter, and please do if you already don't. And if you are new here somehow and hanging out in the chat, it would be awesome if you did sub. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. So, may the force be with you, stay strong, and don't drink soy milk. Bye, guys.